we made a big mistake for our first visit to Tokyo Disneyland. This is our first time going to Tokyo Disneyland, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about what we did well and what we did not so well during our visit. So if you are planning on visiting Tokyo Disney in 2025 and want to avoid making the same mistake we did, make sure you keep watching. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Beck and welcome to Beck Tries. Starting off strong, we stayed at a Disney property, which was Toy Story Hotel. That gave us access to Happy Entry. Happy Entry allows you up to 15 minutes early entry to the park. Now you may feel that 15 minutes is not a lot of time, but this was enough time for us to make our way to the first ride. We made a beeline for Pooh's Honey Hunt, whilst trying to get premier access passes for Beauty and the Beast, which we got whilst we were in line. You are definitely going to need the Tokyo Disney Resort app to access any of the passes, mobile ordering for food, or entry requests to shows. So I highly recommend downloading the app prior to visiting the park. If you download the app early, you can also check your credit card is going to be able to be used on the Tokyo Disney Resort app, because some can't. The travel card from my Australian bank worked fine. Also, if you're traveling with a group, divide and conquer. One person's in charge of the premier access passes, one person's in charge of the standby passes, etc. That way it's not all the burden of one person. Pooh's Honey Hunt was very cute and I absolutely understand why it is a favourite with visitors. We also visited Pooh Corner, which was filled with Winnie the Pooh merch. We only spent about 10,000 yen or 100 Australian dollars. However, this would give us a false sense of security for later in the day. Now, one of the rides I was personally excited for was It's a Small World. Unfortunately, it was closed for maintenance on the day that we were there. And now is a good time to discuss managing expectations. Even if you're just traveling by yourself, or you're traveling with a group of friends, or you are traveling with children, it is always good to manage everyone's expectations well before you get to the park. Regardless of how well you plan, how many priority passes or standby passes you manage to get, you will always miss out on something. This is also probably a good time to discuss something we kind of did okay, but we didn't do amazing at. And that was having an extensive list of what rides and experiences we wanted to do. Pooh's Honey Hunt and Beauty and the Beast were absolutely the first priority for us as soon as we got to the park. But after that, we got a little bit indecisive, and during that time, lines got longer, times blew out, and I was just like, oh no. So try and have a plan and try and be flexible with that plan. We decided we wanted to go on the Haunted Mansion as it had been converted into the Nightmare Before Christmas version for Halloween and Christmas. At this stage of the day, it was about a 45-minute wait, but we decided to use the 40th anniversary priority pass. This is unique to Tokyo Disneyland and Disneysea. The pass was introduced to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tokyo Disneyland opening and allows you to gain access to the Premier Access line for free for one ride per day. Whilst it's available at both parks, Disneyland has a larger selection of rides it's available for. I really enjoyed the Haunted Mansion. This is my first time experiencing this ride, so I didn't feel like the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff was like sort of shoehorned in. It felt like this was what the ride was permanently. It was incredibly fun, and again, I just absolutely love the theming. This is probably a good time to discuss how we got our tickets to Tokyo Disneyland. I booked both the Disneyland and Disneysea tickets through Klook. I used Klook for our first visit to Disneysea in 2023. Since then, I have become an affiliate with Klook, and you can use my code BECKTRIESKLOOK to get a discount of up to 10% on heaps of different experiences, hotels and transport in Japan and around the world, whilst supporting me to keep trying new things. So this video isn't sponsored, but I do have that affiliate link. And if you use my code, I get a little bit of a commission. It it was now time to go on the Beauty and the Beast ride. We'd managed to get priority access passes for this ride, as it is one of the more popular rides. Also, we found on this day, as well as It's a Small World being closed, there was a couple of other closures, as well as Space Mountain now being decommissioned, as well as a couple of other contributing factors made the lines for a lot of the rides a lot longer than they normally would be. From the priority line, we waited about half an hour to get onto the ride, but I still think that is a pretty good time, considering I think it was up to about a 90-minute wait at this stage of the day. The line ride is also so well done. It is very easy to not get bored while waiting to get on the ride. The ride, by the way, was absolutely amazing. I might be biased because Beauty and the Beast is one of my favourite Disney movies. I think we paid like 2,000 yen each for the priority pass, and it was absolutely worth it.
Myself someday.
Now, I still haven't addressed the elephant in the room, which is the biggest mistake we made during our day at Disneyland, and I genuinely want you to learn from the mistake we made. If you wish to visit Bon Voyage, if you wish to visit all the merch stores within Disneyland, or Disneysea if you are here in this specific period as well, at all potential scheduling costs, please avoid the first few days of a new event. Whether it be spring, Halloween, Christmas, or any other event, you can check this on their website. Avoid like the first week of a new event, or at least be prepared to book a lot of standby passes for Bon Voyage and the other merch stores. I found the specifically themed merch stores such as Pooh's Corner were open, but there are other stores that I was looking forward to looking in, and they were standby pass only, and all the standby passes were gone for the day. Thanks to mobile ordering on the TDR app, it wasn't hard to get food at the quick service restaurants, but if you wanted to go to a food cart, the lines, because they have exclusive food for Christmas, they were horrifyingly long. Whilst Tomorrowland seems to be getting a bit of a revamp at the moment with the reimagined Space Mountain coming in 2027 and the recent decommissioning of Buzz Lightyear's Space Busters, I feel that Critter Country is probably the next on the list for revitalisation. We went on Splash Mountain, and whilst the ride itself was fine, the theming is old and tired. I understand that this may be seen as a controversial opinion, especially for those who hold it as a nostalgic favourite, but it is definitely now feeling like it's past its prime. Let me know in the comments though how you feel about Splash Mountain. We then headed to Country Bear Theatre in Westernland. It was playing its Christmas show Jingle Bell Jamboree, which was fun even if you don't speak Japanese. The Jingle Bell Jamboree finished just in time for us to catch the parade Harmony in Colour. Unfortunately, we were looking directly into the afternoon sun, so our footage is quite overexposed, so learn from our mistakes, try and find a spot where there's a little bit of shade and you're not looking directly into the afternoon sun. Next, we visited Pirates of the Caribbean. It was about a half-hour wait to get in. The line ride is definitely aged. It is that old school serpentine chained off walk, so it's not as engaging as, say, Beauty and the Beast. But I get it, I think this is one of the OG rides from when Disneyland opened in 1983. It was a pretty enjoyable dark ride. Don't love it, don't hate it. We went back to Tomorrowland and we didn't get any footage, but we went to one of the Stitch Encounter sessions. It's mostly aimed at small children, but it's still quite fun. And yes, it is in Japanese, but it's fairly simple Japanese. The final ride we went on was the Star Tours, a 4D ride. Very enjoyable. Really enjoyed the line ride. I quite enjoy 4D rides. I really enjoy being secured in the seat and being thrown around while watching something on a screen. I don't know why. I didn't know much about this ride before coming to Tokyo Disneyland, so I really enjoyed it. Now that we've kind of learnt from our mistakes, I would absolutely love to come back to Tokyo Disneyland, probably after the reopening of Space Mountain, which will be in 2027. Apart from Disneysea, I haven't been to any other of the Disney resorts or Disney parks around the world, so I can only really speak of my experiences with the 2 Tokyo parks. Tokyo Disneyland seems to have crammed a lot into a very small space. Like, it doesn't feel much bigger than one of the theme parks that are in Queensland, Australia. But in that space, there's a lot of different experiences, rides, and entertainment for everyone in your family. So now you know how to avoid making the same mistakes we did at Tokyo Disneyland. You may want to learn how to visit Fantasy Springs at Disneysea and secure entry to its exciting new rides, which I talk about here.